All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another progression video. Um, Once again, as always, I do it every time. I use a lot of mystery shards. We only use mystery shards in this run. All right, we have 253 ancients, 49 voids, and 14 sacreds. So we have tons of shards here. Um, so really, what I wanted to do today for day 207, as you can see, we are now getting closer to getting Taintix. Sorry, it's not taint. We should skip saying taint. It's taintix. There we go. We don't want taint in this. So we are getting her. We're not going to be building her anytime soon. We're just going to get her to 40 and throw her in the vault, kind of like the other two rares that I don't use right now. And then we'll be pushing forward into getting the guy that we actually want, which is this guy, Grush. Him we will be building and getting to 6-star immediately. So that's it. And real quick before I get into the actual title of this video and the future of where we're going with this whole run through, I'll kind of just do a touch base on what we actually have done over the last week. So we did get Arbiter. That was the last video. Um, right now, we have done a lot of work on her. So we got her to 60. We got her in all 16 gear, which honestly doesn't take me that long anymore. It's funny, like it was a week ago that I got her, and like she's already almost maxed. So we've got her in a set that I just kind of threw on her. We did put her in this set. It's good actually because I use her mostly for arena. I'm probably going to be building her specifically for arena. I don't think I'll really be using her anywhere else except for maybe faction wars or a couple of other random things. But she didn't really fit into a lot of teams. It seems that Syl kind of makes it easier to beat dungeon content. She seems to be basically an arena speed lead champion. So that's what we're going to be building her towards. She does have the unkillable, hopefully, sometimes when she gets hit. So it's nice, and then she can revive everybody. Masteries, we're literally about to finish that up. So we have 3 left. We're not far away, and then she will be done. Also, what we did is, so everyone is done now, I think, at this point, up to 16. So 16, 16, everything here is 16, and then all my other original heroes are done. We did add a new hero to the roster at 6-star. That is Lord Legionary. And the reason we picked him for 6-star is because right now I don't have anyone else that I'm building right now. I don't really have anyone coming up for at least a month that I need to like build. Yannicka is a little whiles away. Grush is really the next hero outside of Helmet, which I have to wait until this Doom Tower rotation ends regardless. So basically, I built him because I had all his skills maxed. Say, we had his skills maxed before. We did it for a quest. And because honestly, I just like the dude. Like he's not one of the best heroes that I've built. He's not a great champion for any content that I could think of by the time you get him. But he's good in faction wars, and he's probably helpful in Fire Knight. So I mean, if you're behind where I am and you pull him, yeah, he might be worth it. So we're gonna build him either way. We're gonna test him out, see how he does. So far, I built him a little bit more tanky than your average hero because I want him to be for Fire Knight, and we want him to stay alive. His defense is still kind of low, regardless of how I built him. I thought he was going to be a lot more tankier. We've got his attack around 3,000. His crit rate's decent. We need to get some crit damage on him, and we're trying to get some accuracy and resist. I did throw some HP on him for the banner because that's all I had at the time. As you can see, I only have defense here and HP. So I just threw that on him as a buffer to get me through, and we'll be getting this all to 16. We got his attack up. This one is what we're working on now. We're getting that one to 16. Um, Masteries, I only did the first 2 for a quest, but we will be doing him. So really the next step as far as what we're doing with the current heroes that we have is we're going to get her masteries finished first. Then we are going to move into Conqueror, Lord Legionary, and High Katoon. So those are the masteries that we have left, and then we'll have all those heroes level 60, and they will all have their masteries done, and we'll be good. So that's what we did over the last few days. We did get some points in some of the tournaments and things like that. Our Guardian Ring is getting there again. We're about to get another set of level 40s for the next 6-star, so that's good. I did beat, actually, let me see what's in the shop real quick before I go show you this. There we go, shop. Always buy mystery shards. There we go, done. We did go into, in case you were wondering how I got my girl leveled up so fast, we did go into Nightmare again after the last video. and we did 3-star 8. So we did this with basically these two. That was it. We just threw Drexstar in the lead and Scylla as a secondary, and we beat it. The boss was a little annoying, took a little while. I was actually worried we weren't going to be able to beat it in the time to get 3-star, but we ended up beating it, so that worked out well. It's a really annoying fight because these guys have annoying skills. They have a counterattack and a block damage. So, like, you really got to provoke and stun them a lot to get it to work where you win. But this was the hardest fight here. But as you can see, most of the fights weren't too bad. You're looking at 3 minutes with 2 heroes, so that's not terrible. Um, and I got a couple of extra stars and maybe a few things just to catch up. So we're at 225. We got the 3 rank 5 chickens here, which is what I was saying in the last video I wanted to get. So we did get those, and I also got another 5-star from, I believe, oops, let's close this, from the challenges. No, not challenges, from missions. Here we go. Wow, I'm an idiot. Quests. There we go. I'm like out of my mind. Advanced. So we did get another 5-star from this. So there we go. We had 4 or 5-star chickens immediately. I just had to rank up one of the ones I had in the bank. And then I immediately leveled another one to 40. And then I spent the next few days leveling Arbiter to get the chickens I needed for Lord Legionary, which gave me my other 6-star. So basically we 6-starred Arbiter and we 6-starred Lord Legionary in the span of a week, which is very nice. I'll always take 2 more 6-stars in a week. I can't really argue with that. So that's what we did. We did get some extra stops in the Great Hall. We're starting to get all our level 3s here. As you can see, I have a bunch now. Hopefully we'll have these all done. I do need to get 2 of these to 5. So I may, once I get these all to 3, I may stop and just do accuracy on spirit and magic to 5 to get those last few. I mean, I might just do this one to 5 just to finish it. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And then maybe just do this one to 5 just to finish the quest so I can get the extra book. Because as of right now, I only have, I think, 2 books. Yeah, 2 legendary books. And I'll get a third one from finishing that quest. I have plenty of epics, so I have more than enough to finish Grush and Helmet when I get them. So we can max them out. That'll be easy. And I have enough to kind of, get another hero, rare hero, up to max skills as well. So I'm going to decide who that is. I might be planning on just doing the 4 starter heroes, just so that I can kind of do some content with them, so that you can kind of see, hey, these are the starters, and kind of show you what they're all about at max level, so we can have a whole team of the starters. So that might be my next step, honestly. But here, all right. Anyway, that's what we did. So the purpose of this video, really, outside of just showing you what we've done and where we're at, um, the whole purpose of this whole series was that we wanted to get Arbiter, all right, and I wanted to know if we could do it. Now, once we got Arbiter, it's almost like, so what do we do next, right? Well, obviously, Ramatu could be the next goal. However, Ramatu will really require a lot of effort. Um, this first set of skill of things I've looked at, none of them are really that bad. I can basically beat all of these in this set. The only one that's going to be a problem is that we have to fuse the legendary champion. And because we're only pulling mystery shards, that's kind of a pain in the ass. Um, like I have a lot of them. I'm missing, I think, 2 right now, right? So I'm missing 2. But the problem with this is I've ascended a bunch of them. Like some of them I have 2 of them. Like her, I don't have 2. Him, I have 2. Her, I only have 1. I mean, I could conceivably just, you know, use the ones that I have. That is an option. It's not an option I really want to do, but I will if I really feel like it's necessary. We'll see how long it takes for me to get to that quest, and then we'll get Raisin. Ryzen. I don't know. I always call him Raisin. Um, but I do have a lot of them. I'm only missing what, 3? So I'm missing 3 of the heroes. It is what it is. So this is really going to be where the full stop comes in until I get those heroes. So what I've been doing now is I've been saving a couple of extras to kind of have like a secondary version. See, like I'll keep my extras on some of these heroes just so that I can fuse him without affecting the heroes I have in my vault. But I think this is really more of a thing where, like, I'm going to wait until I get to the quest to decide what I'm going to do. I may say screw it and just use the ones that I currently have. That is a possibility. All right. But what I'm going to try to do is like this one. I already have him ascended. I have an extra. This one I have an extra, and this guy I can farm easily. All right, so we can get him. So technically, what I could do is like, let's say I get her, I could level her to 4, and then just get this guy, and then I only lose one hero. So this is like an easy version. All right, this one I have an extra. Him I don't have an extra. This guy I have an extra, but I can farm him, so that's fine. So we've got 2, and then we pull her. So really, I only lose 2 heroes here. This one I have an extra. This one I don't have an extra. I have an extra here, and this one I don't have an extra. So once again, here, hopefully I can pull one of these, and then maybe I only lose 1 or 2 of them. Like Wanderer, I'd be fine losing. Her, I might not be so fine with it because she's one of my um, faction war heroes, so that's a little rough. Marked, we are not touching. I have her at level 50, so I would have to pull another one of her. What's her name? Perseverer, Preserver, whatever her name is. This one I'd be fine getting rid of. This one I don't even have, so I'm fine getting rid of her if I get her. And then him I can farm if I need an extra one. So it's not the end of the world. I'm not like super far away from it. It just would suck to have to lose some of my 40s that I have banked. It's a little upsetting, but at the same time, it's like we kind of have to keep progressing. And if it means I have to wait for another, set of them to pop up, then it is what it is. All right, but then we'll have him, so that'll be good. Um, I just don't know if you can keep fusing these 4. I gotta wait until I fuse one to see, because I do honestly want to keep these 4 when I get them, but I don't know if that's going to be an option because he can only be fused once. So I'm not 100% sure if I can keep fusing these guys once we fuse him. We'll see. If that's the case where I can get them again, then yeah, I'll start saving up to get these 4, and then we'll have 4 more Force Affinity heroes that we can move forward with. So, but this is all down the road. Like this is a long time coming. Um, and what I'm thinking is I don't think that this guy Ramatu is going to be the focus of the channel anymore. He's going to be something I work towards. I'm not going to be like going crazy trying to do these quests. If I have the stuff to do it, I'll do it. And I will start probably pushing tag team so I can do some of the stuff. Doom Tower normal, we've already beaten all the floors in at least 2 rotations, so we can definitely finish all the Doom Tower quests for this section at least. Once we start getting into hard, it might just come full stop. We'll see. And yeah, there's nothing in here that's too crazy. There is stage 25 fights in here, so that's going to take some time. We'll see how it goes. I'll have a decent amount of legendaries by the time this happens, so hopefully we can beat them. But what I really want to do with this channel now at this point is focus on champion building. That's all I want to really focus on. I will be doing the progression videos. I think this is kind of what I'm thinking in my head. I think we're going to do progression videos every week, kind of like today. I'll just kind of show you where I'm at, what I've done, so you can keep up with what I'm doing to move forward rather than just, kind of keeping it stale and doing other videos. Um, I am going to be doing a ton of different videos to kind of showcase heroes, hero teams, things like that. I already started that series. There's one, the Champion Spotlight series that I started. And today I just did Apothecary. I'll be doing a couple more later. I have figured out how to just record on Twitch so I don't have to go live. So I want to do basically the streams live, and if maybe down the road I can actually have a set time. I don't think it's going to happen as of right now. So unfortunately, it's still going to suck if you want to actually tune in and kind of chat with the stream. But it is what it is right now. Unfortunately, I have a job and I need to do that first. I would like to do this obviously full time. That would be great, but that's not where we're at right now. But yeah, so we did just do Apothecary. I will be doing Spotlight champion videos on all of the current 28 heroes that I have. And that's basically what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to try to do a couple today and tomorrow. I am off, so it's nice. So I will be doing a few of these. We already have Valerie up there. We have Crimson Slayer. We do have Spirit Host up there already. Frozen Banshees up there, and now you have Apothecary. I'm going to try to throw them in, not in any particular order, but I am going to throw them in when I have the things available that I need to do them. Like right now, what I'll do is I'll probably do more of the Doom Tower heroes that I've built like tomorrow, because then by then I can save my keys because I already used them today. I can save my Doom Tower keys so I can kind of showcase the heroes that are more Doom Tower focused at the time when I do the video. So I'm gonna have to kind of wait for that. I would eventually like to set it up where once a faction keep opens up, I can showcase them in the faction wars, but I'm not too worried about that right now because most of the people that are watching these videos are probably trying to learn the heroes that are rares and the things that they can build to get through content, and aren't really focusing on faction wars. So I think faction wars may end up being a separate series that I start with, like, which heroes I'm using for the faction wars. And that way, once a faction war pops up on a day, I can literally just go in there with all the heroes that I'm using and show you how I'm kind of progressing in there. um, I also want to start doing more videos on group compositions and new heroes that I'm going to be spotlighting and building. The first one that I've already talked about in the apothecary video is that I will be doing a the 5 star, the 5 heroes in the beginning of the game. All right, the starting 5. So I'm going to do a whole video on literally just building those 5, on how to get them set up. So basically, we'll be doing a video with Kale. It'll be Spirit Host. It will be Apothecary. It'll be War Maiden, and it will be Valerie. So that's for the starting 5. Those are the ones we're going to be doing a full video, even though I've done spotlights on them. I want to do a full video with literally spotlighting all 5 of them and how they work together and how they help me basically get this whole series started. Like, that was what the start. That's how it started. I just was just like starting to play a new game, and I was like, you know what? What the hell happens if I only use the heroes that I farm? Like, what happens if I just use the farmable heroes that are so good? Like, there's Valerie, there's Conqueror, there's War Maiden, there's Diabolus, there's Kale that you get for free. That you get what's her name? War Priest. You get all these heroes. You get Jizzo. You get a bunch of heroes in the beginning of the game, and I was just like, this didn't even start with me trying to get Arbiter. It started with me being like, look, I'm just curious, how far can I go if I max level those heroes? That's it. Just max those heroes. How far can I get in this game? I didn't even know, and I played for about a month before I realized I could probably get pretty damn far. And I was like, all right, cool. What are we going to do now? And then I was like, you know what? I think I want to find out if I can get Arbiter. I'm like, I want Arbiter. She's free. I'm like, let's see if we can get her. And it just started progressing. I was like, how far in Doom Tower can I get? Which bosses can I beat? What do I need to beat this hero? And I started getting more analytical on, like, the boss fights and how we beat them all. And then it really changed when we got to Jizzo. And I looked up a couple videos on how he works. And I was like, you know what? This dude, he single-handedly got me through Scarab King the first time. Literally, just him. Every single other hero died except for him, and got me through the Scarab King on the first turn. And I was like, okay, so why does everyone think that Jizzo's bad? I was like, how is he bad? He's not bad. And from that point forward, it just started kind of spiraling. I was like, cool. Now we have this hero that can do things. Now we have this hero that can do things. And that's how we got to where we are. It's like every single one of these guys has helped me in one way or another outside of Conqueror, right? Well, actually, even Conqueror, he helped me in the beginning of the game. He fell off a little bit, and I put him in the vault, but now he's back. So it's like these heroes could be bad in the beginning, but then all of a sudden they turn into good. Like, I might bring him into Ice Golem, and then all of a sudden we have no ads because he just blocks revive on him. I could bring him and Armorger in and just block revive the crap out of that fight, and then all I got to do is deal with the boss. Like, these are the things that I kind of want to work on. I want to start building heroes to make compositions that everyone can use. Because as of right now, yes, I did show all of my progression up to this point, and I did show that you can beat, almost all of these bosses with the heroes that you're kind of handed. But there's also a mild bit of luck in this. All right, there is a mild bit of luck. All right, it's luck that you get Frozen Banshee. It's luck that you get Grave Chill. Granted, it's nowhere near the luck that you need to get, like, one of these legendaries, because I've never pulled a legendary except I think in one of my old ones I pulled one. I think. Oh no, sorry, I pulled two, and that's my entire career in Raid. So the chances of getting these are slim to none. And these I don't even know if you could pull. I know you could pull Deliana. I think Death Knight you could pull. I don't know about her. I think she's still the login reward, so I don't think you can get her right now. But either way, you don't have to pull these heroes. Like, there's no way you can I can guarantee that you'll pull that one legendary. However, I can almost guarantee that if you're pulling your ancient shards, that you can get every single one of the freaking heroes that I have. All right, you can get them all. And some of them you don't even need to pull. Like, these you'll get from farming and eventually in the shop. So it's not like it matters. You can get these guys, great. So what we're going to be doing is building new teams. Like, I already have, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm heading with the champions. Let's pull out a couple of the ones that I'm looking at. So here we go. We got marked. We've got this guy we just picked up. We've got a Veer. We've got Diabolus. We've got him. We've got this guy. We've got this guy. And we've got this guy and this guy. Let's put them in the collection real quick. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be working on doing the champion spotlights for these heroes. So all the ones that I've already maxed to get Arbiter, those are the first ones that are coming in. We're going to do the 5 starting heroes that we used. I'm going to do a video on that. And then we're going to start working on preferably heroes that I've already maxed skills. All right, so now I've already maxed him, so he's good. I've already maxed Diabolist. She's maxed, so we're definitely going to put her to 6-star. And then I have a few others that I haven't. So like this guy, Fleshmonger. All right, I just got him and immediately built him. Immediately. All right, he freaking awesome hero. He attacks one enemy 3 times. Immediately, he's good for Fire Knight. Immediately. Um, this right here places an increased attack and increased crit rate on him, and then grants another turn immediately. That's a great skill, even though it would be better for everyone. But then he goes into this, where he attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance, booked at 75, placing a decreased defense on all enemies. So basically, you go from this to this, and then he does insane damage and decreases defense. So this is a hero that could replace War Maiden. All right, so maybe you are having trouble getting War Maiden for some reason, or maybe you just happen to pull this guy early. This guy could be your War Maiden. He's a little, I mean, he doesn't have poison, which doesn't help for clan boss, but he's got a drop defense. All right, and he's got an attack up in all dungeons. Even better, win-win. So this guy is a guy I'm going to build, and he's going to be one of the first that I 6-star. And we're going to start moving into these kinds of heroes. Like, who's our secondary? If we don't have this hero, who's another hero that we can use? This way, it'll open up more kind of transitional heroes, because I know you're not going to have like what's my bane? The bane of my existence is freaking what is his name? The guy that I've been trying to get forever. Here, let me just find him real quick. He's a lizard man. I forgot his name already. That's how long it's been since I've been trying to get him. Where are you, buddy? Here we go. Bogwalker. I've been trying to get this guy since the beginning. I have yet to pull him. I have a 6-star Ascent Awakening on him. He's the only 6-star I own right now, and I don't have the hero. And I'm gonna build the crap out of this guy as soon as I get him. Literally, as soon as I get him, he's getting 6-star. He attacks one enemy. He has another. He attacks all enemies and places increased defense, which is nice. He's got a reflect damage buff thing going on here, and he's got HP in all dungeons. So we're gonna build this guy and see what we can do. How much damage can we do with Bogwalker? You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. I want to know what this guy's good at, and that's kind of what we're gonna end up doing. So get in here, close, close, close. Go in here, champions. Back to champions. So that's the future. Like these are going to be the future. Probably these are probably the first 9 I'll probably be working on, to be honest, unless I happen to pull Bogwalker or get a rare. I mean, an epic from Doom Tower or something like that. These are the ones that I'll be working on because they all have something they bring to the table. Executioner is already maxed on skills. He's got a great AoE attack. He's got a increased defense and counter attack, so he's good. He could be a good tank because he'll just keep counterattacking, and he reduces turn meters even better, decrease speed, and he has stuns, so he can help you out. So he's good. Avir, awesome for the faction wars areas. He also has a poison, so he could be good for faction. I mean, for what is it? For clan boss. He's got an attack all enemies, which decreases attack and decrease speed, so that's good. And he can do poison. He's got to fill a turn meter and a heal, so he's basically what's his name, Apothecary, but with a heal. So that's good. This is a hero we want to build. We want to showcase this guy. We want to see what he can do. Sentinel, awesome tank. He's got a provoke. He could be good for the dragon and Doom Tower because my provokes kind of suck right now. This has a 60% chance. I think Odachi has like a 25 or 35% chance. It's really low. So if we get him done, that gives us another provoke for that boss, and he could be a better choice to get through the Doom Tower bosses. He also has an attack all enemies. He decreases attack and heal reduction, and he heals himself. So this is a hero, and he's a force affinity, which is kind of rare for my right now. My team force is the one that I have the least amount of heroes for secret rooms and stuff. So we definitely would want to build him. I have him, I think, in some healing stuff. I don't even remember. No, accuracy and HP and defense right now. I would probably put him in a regen set just to boost his already good healing so that he never dies. Diabolist, she's one you can farm right from the beginning. We have her skills max, so we're going to be building her. Really good hero. She's got speed up. She, here we go. We have a turn meter and a decreased turn meter of the enemies, even better. And she's got a sleep, so she can stop somebody from hitting you if they're annoying in the beginning of a turn. Collect, like I said, we've got all the starters. We're going to build them all to 60. Problem is I need books for all of them because, as you can see, they all eat books. I can probably max him. I'll probably do him first, to be honest, because I like him the most. And Elhane is my least favorite, and no, sorry, Aethel is my least favorite, and then Elhane is my second least favorite. But there's nothing really wrong with any of them. They all have their purpose, and Aethel helped me in the beginning, and she is what she is. Um, Abyssal, he's got a heal. He attacks all enemies on his A1 immediately. He's useful. He could be. I don't know if he could be a campaign farmer, but we'll find out. We'll see. He also heals all allies, and he has a increased defense and increased attack. And his speed lead is in faction crypts only, so you can't really use him. He's mainly for faction crypts, but you could use him as a healer in certain content. I was trying to get him in there for Spider. We'll see what happens when I actually build him, but he is really good here, a really good hero. So yeah, I would definitely think that this is somebody that we would want to build. All right, but that's basically the point. We're gonna go through, and I want you guys to see that just because you didn't pull the heroes that I pulled with these rares, that you could do it with other heroes. There is no hero in here. Like, just I'm gonna go off the top of my head. The legendaries are what they are. These are the heroes you're working towards, so you will get them eventually. All right. Broadmaw you can farm from the fusion, so you'll get him pretty much whenever you finally fight and tag team enough times to get all the pieces. Um, you get her from logging in. You get her from logging in. You get her from logging in. You get him from logging in. So this is where the randomness comes in. Apothecary, Apothecary, you could use someone like Diabolist. You could use someone like Avir. You could use Abyssal. I mean, some of these heroes they may not be as good as him. They might be a little bit worse for wear, but like they'll get you through most of the content. I mean, I use him in a lot of my dungeons because he's just that good, but I'm sure there's other heroes that can do what he does. I mean, if you happen to pull a Relic Retender, I mean, that's better than this. So it's like you have options for these heroes. Um, Grave Grave Chill and Frozen Banshee. You could easily use, where is she? My girl that I'm going to be building eventually, just as a secondary for Clan Boss. We'll start doing different compositions for Clan Boss. This girl right here. If you pull her, she's basically as good as those, and she does ally attacks. So if you bring her and another poisoner in, immediately you have a good clan boss just like this. You just got to max them and get them to 60. That's it. And do the War Master stuff. I know that's it, right? It's that easy. You just need to max them like I did. That was it. Take your time, max them out, get them moving, and that's it. And they can replace these two. Kale can replace one of these. It's fine. I use Kale for the first 3-4 months. It's not a race. Um, Spirit Host. There's plenty of heroes that do attack up. All right, and like I said, be honest, she's fallen off for me just because I found heroes that do better. But I still use her. She's still good in content. I still bring her into some of the dungeons because she has the removing debuffs is honestly her specialty at this point. Like that's why I bring her in because she can block and remove them. So she's still useful against things that I need to get removed. War Maiden honestly has fallen off for me the most, except for Arena. So I may end up just build her as more of defensive, like people have said in the beginning. But she was way more useful to me as an attacker. But now I think we might have to start going a different direction with her and maybe putting her into more of an arena focused build. We'll see how it goes because I do use her in some dungeons, but it's not like I don't use her as much as I used to. Let's put it that way. She used to be in every team. Now she's not. Coffin Smasher. He's not that special. Like he has a 3-hitter, which is good for the Fire Knight. He has the attack down, which as you just saw, a bunch of my heroes that I just showed you have attack down. He's in my clan boss team because he has attack down. That's the reason he's in there. Like the HP burn is nice, but he's in there because he does attack down. That's literally it. I have zero other reason to put him in there. And he has a 3-hitter that I can put Giant Slayer on, so he does decent damage. That's it. You could probably pick 100 different heroes that do this job. Soul Bond is kind of a unique character in and of herself. She's one of the few that might be rough if you can't get her to change, but that just means honestly, if I had to like give you an idea of what to do if you can't get Soul Bond, I would just, if you're really like suffering, you could find someone else who reduces turn meter, like the Diablos reduces turn meter, a couple other ones, or you could just build 2 armigers. I mean, it sucks to do it, but it'll help you. It can't hurt having 2 armigers, and then you just reduce turn meter the whole time with 2 armigers. I mean, there's some fights you could probably beat with just having like one hero that does 3 hits every single time they attack, and then like 4 armigers. I'm sure there's content you could do it with. Um, Odachi, like I said, I use him with the HP destroy gear because he has it. There's plenty of heroes that do it. I mean, there's Outrider. And you can literally buy him from the shop and get him within the first week and get him maxed. You know what I mean? So I mean, Outrider's a good replacement. You get Jizzo, who you can put in HP Destroy gear, and he does fine with the HP Destroy. Um, Obviously, everybody's going to be getting her eventually, and she does HP Destroy. So like, you'll have her more than likely by the time HP Destroy becomes really relevant, unless you're really trying to beat something early in Doom Tower. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of heroes that can do this job. I'm sure there's tons of heroes that have HP Destroy. Um, Conqueror, like I said, you have Armiger. He does block revive. So if you need a block revive, he's there. Zephyr, you get for free. So everyone will get her immediately. You can get her from farming, from the shop, from whatever, and just max her out, and there you go. Problem solved. Um, so yeah, it's like you need to understand that just because I'm showing that I use these heroes, it doesn't mean that it's the only way. All right, and that's essentially where the future of this channel is going. Is I want you to see all heroes, and eventually I'd like to, like the goal, I guess, the end game for this is every single one of these heroes in this vault are going to be level 60 and in my teams over here. That's the goal. We want to get all these heroes to level 60. We want to max all their skills, and we want to do a champion spotlight on them and really show what each hero can do when they're maxed. Because these are all heroes that they're good. They're all good, but nobody talks about them. There's really no channel for people like us. Like there's no channel out there that will really highlight these heroes too much unless it's a specialty off, like a one off, or they're trying to be funny about it. But I'm of the mind that all of these heroes are good. Literally every single one of these heroes will be useful to me eventually. I just have to figure out what they're good at and what gear set I can put on them to make them useful in a content that somebody might be having trouble with. Like you might have this guy, Siege Hulk, Siege Breaker, I don't remember his name. Um, you might have him, and he does insane damage, by the way, like ridiculously good damage. And you might not have someone else, but this guy, I think he has a turn meter reduce on his AoE. Like he's got some good stuff, and he's really strong. He could be a nuker for you. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of other options. So that's basically where we're going. That's going to be the future of the channel. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And for all the new subscribers, apparently me getting Arbiter has got me almost double the subscribers I had before. So I guess people are interested in what we got going on now that we've finally reached a milestone, and now we can move forward and kind of see what other milestones we can hit. Can we beat Doom Tower hard? Can we progress in the dungeons and get to stage 25? There's plenty more for us to do here. It's not like, Arbiter was the end all be all. That was just the target, and now the target's moved again. So we're moving the target, and we're gonna push forward. We're not over. It's not over yet. All right. So expect more hero spotlight videos. Expect more team spotlight videos. Expect more dungeon tutorials. Expect more team guides for maybe Doom Tower. Things that I use to get through them. Not necessarily a tutorial, but more a guide of how to beat it and just get past it. That's kind of where we're at right now. I'm not really at the point where some of the dungeon bosses, I don't really have a team that I can literally put in and say this is a strategy to get through it on auto and really beat it easily. Mostly it's going to be stuff like, all right, this is how I beat it in 20 minutes and it took forever and I hated it, but I got through it. All right, and that's kind of where it's going to be for some of those bosses like Eternal Dragon. So yeah, that's basically it for today. I will be posting probably a couple of other champion spotlights today. I did already do Apothecary, so if you're interested in that, keep an ear out. Make sure you subscribe so then you'll get the notifications when I actually put them up. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos, and let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I mean, I'm just going by what I think I should do and what I personally want to do. And my whole thing is I love building heroes to 60 and maxing them. Like that's just what I like to do. I spend all my time there. I don't grind gear. I don't grind anything. I don't grind potion keeps ever. I just get them from the logging in and from everything else. Like that's it. I don't grind potions at all anymore. So yeah, that's all I do is I build heroes and I level them to 60 and I want to see what they can do. All right. So this is Mobile Gamer Nerd. Hopefully everybody's happy and you're moving along swimmingly with your run. Hopefully you're trying to be dumb like me and not pull anything but mystery shards. All right. So you guys have a great day. Take care.